All right, we're just gonna go for it here. Oh yeah. All right. It's always nice when you can make a mess with a 357 Magnum. Guys, welcome back. This is Eric here with Iraq Veteran 8888. We're gonna be doing another review for you here. This is a killer little rifle, one of my favorites. It's a brass receiver Henry octagon barrel. It's a 357 Magnum. And what a great gun, okay? These things are so much fun to shoot. Light handling characteristics. You got the large loop, which is real handy for working it relatively fast with gloves or otherwise. Got a nice shiny brass receiver in this hot sun out here, kind of put my eyes out a little bit. A little shiny, but definitely pretty to take out to the range, hang out with your buddies or your grandkids, take out and shoot. It's a tubular fed gun. So basically you just unscrew this tube. Those were some 357 Magnums there from Freedom Munitions. Those were the 125 grain hollow points, doing a pretty good job. Let's try some 38 Special. And these are 158s, so they're a little bit on the heavy side. As you know, a gun in 357 Magnum, you can also run specials. Makes for a nice lightweight little plinking load. The gun holds 8+1, so you get pretty generous capacity. All right, we're just having a little fun here. Get my ears back on. These guns are so much fun to play with. They are drilled and tapped. If you want to run a scope mount or any type of aftermarket option, I know some people like to run like the Skinner sights and they mount back there. You do have to get rid of the buckhorn sights to do that. This gun is equipped with buckhorn sights just like all of the Henrys are. Wonderful straight stock. I love the nice straight stocks on these. And I've grown to really like a lot of the Henrys, and the 357 Magnum is no different. We've shot some of the 44s. This is the first time on the channel that we've had a 357 Magnum lever action out on the range. All right, we're gonna run some 38s. I'm gonna try to just plug a couple here on this plate, see where they're hitting. All right, well, pretty obvious that at 15 yards, that's pretty close. Let's pump on out to a little bit more range. Yep. All right, stack three almost on top of each other there at about 35 yards. This gun will shoot pretty much as good as you can. I'm gonna try to hold on the gong down there at 75, and we'll see where it's shooting at 75 yards. Out of ammo. That's problematic. We have to fix that. It is warm out today. We're finally getting some hot weather down here in Georgia. I don't mind it. I know some of the folks up in the frozen north are jealous of us down here in the south with our nice weather and everything like that. But believe me, sometimes, whew, you can probably tell it's rather hot out here, but I wouldn't turn it down for anything. Nice day to shoot no matter what. All right, let's keep going on that 75-yard gong down there. Guys, at 75 yards with those little 158s there, little lead nose bullets there, I just shot a group with iron sights. I was wrapping them out pretty quick, and granted, I'm not shooting from a rest, but that group looks to me about the size of the bottom of a Coke can at 75 yards. And you know, what I really equate this type of gun to, what it reminds me of the most, it reminds me of shooting an M1 carbine. The M1 carbine's got the little 30 cal round, just kind of spanks out of there. You know, not stupid powerful, but it's just got that oomph to it. And still very gentle in terms of the recoil, not really that bad. Let's shoot some more Magnums because we got a couple of sodas and watermelons left to contend with here. These Freedoms have a pretty interesting little cut you know, the hollow point cut that's in them. I don't know if they're really intended to expand, but they do seem to have some pretty good displacement. I don't know if they actually open up or not, but they you don't want to be standing down range, one of these things going down range. 357 Magnum is a great cartridge for a wide variety of different things. Everything from deer, hog, you know, a 50-yard hog gun or a little deer gun, or if you've got a youngster who's a little bit recoil shy, guys, this thing does not kick at all. It's a nice light recoiling gun. Anytime you run in a 357 Magnum lever gun, you can't go wrong. All right, so I'm gonna tear up the rest of these watermelons and sodas. This is too much fun. Yeah. Yep. Uh-huh. Right, you, right there. Yeah. Oh, man. Boy, you would be in Dun City. You get a guy that knows what he's doing with one of these things. I'm not even working it fast. Some people really can run these things like a scalded ape. I'm gonna run the gun a little bit more, and I'm gonna let Chad have a go because we were shooting this thing earlier and it's just a charm to shoot. This little gun is wonderful. All right, you see how it loads, pretty straightforward and simple. You know, that brass frame just really does a great job. I myself am a little bit more partial to the all-weathers. You guys have probably seen this year, Henry released their all-weather series. We already did a video this year on the 570, which is a killer gun. We actually scoped that gun and we were doing some, you know, a little bit longish range shooting with the gun. They also got a gun out now called the Long Ranger. We're probably gonna be having a look at that at some point. That's their 308 lever action. But the brass frame definitely adds a beauty appeal to it, makes it really classy looking, and just a wonderful rifle. I know we've done quite a few reviews on these types of guns, and there's only so many ways that you can talk about the same gun more or less over and over again. I believe now they are doing the big boys in the color case hardened receiver, and they're also doing the all-weather, and of course the brass receivers. And I think you can pretty much get them just regular old blued receiver as well. So they're trying to really offer these in a wide variety of different configurations. You can get them in 327 Federal Magnum, which that's an odd caliber that we really haven't had a chance to look at that much, that we'll probably be checking out at some point if I had to guess. And this one obviously is a 357 Magnum. They also do the big boys in 44 Magnum. So anyway, let's shoot. All right, Gopher, I'm coming for you. All right, right in the head, how about it? That is killer. You know, guys, I could do this all day. You know what, I'm gonna shoot one more tube of those specials. Those things just get out of there nice and gently. The recoil impulse on this thing is killer. Nice light shooting gun when you run these 158s like this. Only thing, you can't really run wad cutting bullets in this type of a gun. You can't run a wad cutter. They tend to not like it that much. It needs to be a full profile bullet in order to feed properly. So your mileage might vary there. Obviously, it's one of those things you probably want to have a look at on an individual basis. Make sure whatever ammo you're going to run, whether it's for hunting or maybe some of you guys might want this as a truck gun or something like that, or a little hunting companion, whatever it may be. Make sure whatever you're going to use for whatever purpose you're going to use it for, make sure it runs in the gun and works. Don't just load the gun and go out in the woods. Don't assume. Always check your ammo. All right. What a wonderful shooting little rifle. Yep, that'll do. I think you guys can tell we're having a lot of fun here. I'm not gonna bore you, but I am gonna let Chad have a go on this gun because he's itching to shoot it, and this thing is great. I'll tell you what, it's shooting so boringly good out here at 75 yards. I feel like this gun needs to be shot a little bit further, so when we're done, we might try a couple of crazy shots from the hill. Why not? Let's do it.
All right, guys, I'm having a little bit of fun with the 357 Henry here. This thing is a total blast to shoot. Got a little bit of heft to it. I mean, literally, even the 357 Magnum, like full power loads, it's just like a pussycat. It's so easy to shoot. All right, let's see. I'm gonna take out my soda pops here. Can't hide from me. Oh no! I missed one. How did I miss? That just isn't gonna stand. What a totally fun gun to shoot. You guys know from some previous videos, I've got that little 44 mag mare's leg. Same configuration, walnut stock, brass receiver and everything, but it's an SBR now. If you haven't seen that video, you should go check it out. I put some Skinner sights on it and all, and got that thing shooting really good. And that's just a total fun gun to shoot. I can imagine, you know, this rifle with some Skinner sights. I mean, you guys saw how well it was shooting for Eric just a little while ago. Drop those Skinner sights on the back and remove this rear buckhorn, and you get a longer sight radius. And I bet this thing would flat out shoot the living daylights out. But anyways, let's see. So I've got my watermelon over here with a soda behind it. Let's see if I can take out both those in one go here. I clipped the melon. Let's see. Ah, short shucked it. I sure did. Let's see. Oh, short shucked it again. Man, I am short shucking this thing. Just don't shoot a lever gun that much anymore. I guess I need to break out my little mare's leg and get it back on the range. It's been sitting in the safe for quite some time. Take a few more shots with this full power ammo and see if I can do my part. Eric is definitely out shooting me today with this lever action. Been out shooting me a lot lately with everything. I don't know what it is. I think I'm just getting rusty. Been behind the camera too much. All right, we got one pepper popper there that's still standing. We're gonna shoot him right in the head. Right over the top. Ah. Right in the neck, that's close enough. Took out our watermelon down there that fell. Nothing like watermelon coming apart. Leg go fair. Let's see, go for the head there. All right, let's try some of these 38s. Good Lord, what a smooth shooting gun. All right, let's see what we got here. These are some, I'm not sure what the weight is on these, probably some 158s. These are just, these are lead. These might be some of the Federals here. And guys, if you can't tell, it is hot as Hades out here and it's not even full bore summer yet here in Georgia. All right, let's see. Little bit of a bear to load sometimes with some of these rim cartridges. All right, shoot some 38s here. See if we can kind of wrap them out real quick. Well, wrapping them out a little too quick. Still short shucking it. All right, get a little bit of a feel for that. You guys can't tell, this is immense fun. Thing doesn't really take terribly long to load. It is a little bit different for some folks, you know, that are used to, like, say, the Marlins and such, where you got a side gate on the receiver. But the Henrys just have a nice classic appeal to them. Just in these solid brass receivers that a lot of people like. And really, for the most part, these guns are definitely good for hunting and such. They give you a lot of options, like Eric mentioned, like the drilled and tapped receiver and such, different sighting options. All right, let's see. Take some longer range shots here, about 30, 40 yards away. Rack that lever. Not bad. Definitely stacking them right in there for sure. Go for some more full power ammo here. Got to open a new box. Going through some 357. Definitely be some good brass to be had. If you guys don't keep your reloading brass, you can send it to us. We will use it. Let's see what we got here. So far so good. If it wasn't for my my minor issues just handling the gun, definitely not the gun's fault. Definitely me just being a low life with this thing here, not working it like it should be. Try some full power at kind of rapid pace here. Uh-oh. Good grief, man. All right, I'm gonna shoot one more tube and then we're going to the top of the hill. Take some longer range shots with this little puppy. I think you guys can see that 357 in the lever action is just super fun and highly effective. You know, compared to a revolver, you're definitely gonna get higher velocities out of a longer barrel. You know, especially compared to like some of the snubbies and such like that. Even like a 6-inch revolver, you're still gonna get, you know, probably, depending on the load, anywhere between maybe 100, 150 feet per second faster, maybe a little bit more depending on what kind of weight bullet you're running. But definitely got a lot more room for powder to burn up in there and push that bullet out and get some higher velocities and more muzzle energy as well. Let's try some 75-yard shots and we're going to the top of the hill. Yeah, let's see. Well, let's stack right on top of each other. That big lever, man, my hand's slipping off of it. Maybe I need to put a glove on. Yep. All right. I think we've shown you all that we can show you down here at 75 yards. Let's go to the top of the hill and take some shots at the 300. Let's see how it does.
All right, we've come up here to the hill with the 357 Magnum big boy carbine here in the shade. Well, I tell you, I was about to melt out there. I have to have somebody bring me dang mint juleps or something. I was about to toast. But we're out here, we've ran up here to the shade. We're gonna take a couple of long range shots with the 357 Magnum, 100 to 300 yards on some shoot steel targets down there. D28s, rounds. We got an 18 by 24 down there, 22-inch round, a couple of fairly large targets, but just to see maybe we can connect at some longer ranges. I took the liberty of adjusting the buckhorns up a little bit, give us a little bit of that windage, or elevation rather. Let's have a little fun. I'm gonna bullseye the 100-yarder since I already brought this up.
All right, go ahead. I think he went right over the top of him.
All right, I'm gonna aim a little lower.
Mm-hmm. Hang on, let me get a little bit different angle here, like right behind you and see. Go ahead. Oh, you're hitting to the right.
To the right?
Yeah, your elevation's perfect. You hit about 6 inches off the right side.
Got you.
See that trace just fine. There you go. Favoring the right side. Oh yeah. Stack those three right on top of each other.
Man, it shoots nice and smooth. I love how smooth the action is on these guns. I'm gonna top her off and we're gonna proceed to go out to a little bit longer range there. 100 yards, I think we can all tell. If you were to scope this gun and you wanted like a little 100-yard food plot gun or something like that, I think the 357 Magnum would do you quite well. You know, they also make this gun in a 44 Magnum, which actually we're out shooting it today as well. Here later, we'll be taking it out as well. But whether you wanted to scope it or just get her dialed in just right, this would be a perfect gun for doing that. All right. All right, we're gonna go out to 200 yards just to see what kind of trajectory we've got. I'm not really gonna dial anything. I'm just gonna kind of hold off a plate down there and you tell me how low it's hitting.
Oh yeah, go ahead. All right, so 2 feet under the plate, you hit down there at the blocks. I'll say, I didn't think you cycled it. Looked like you were just over the top to the right slightly. That wind is catching that little bullet. Favoring the right edge of the gong, elevations are spot on. There you go. Favoring the right side still. You went high right that time. Still favoring on the right side. Bring your hold over to the left. Top right side. You can see that wind just catching it. That breeze picked up and it just pushed that sucker right over.
All right, tell you what, I think I know where we're at. I'm gonna try to kind of shoot a group at 200. Now guys, at this point in the video, obviously we're shooting this gun further than any average person would ever want to try to shoot it, especially at game or anything like that. But this is just an exercise in
fun.
Thank you. And fun it is. Nothing wrong with trying to launch some pills at long range. And I just love seeing what these guns will do and everything like that.
Sometimes they surprise us.
Sometimes they pleasantly surprise us.
Yeah, make sure you give it a little bit of extra hold for wind, because I mean, I could see that trace, that bullet's just literally pulling right over to the right.
You got it.
All right, that was favoring a little bit low, and you just right at the target there. Yep, that's a little bit better. Probably still able to come to the left a little more. Ha! The wind died down. That was a little bit too far. Right at the top. Right over the top, slightly left. Oh yeah. Nice. All those shots that are actually on the plate are, they're about a foot, give or take.
Yeah, I mean,
You know.
And you got to think, the big limiting factor on this is going to be your eyesight and also, I guess to a degree, how well you dial the gun in and get it kind of settled in. And, you know, this might be silly, but I'll tell you what, we're gonna go for maybe 253. You know, these buckhorn sights have got a little bit more travel to them, so why not try it? Tell you what, we're going to go for the, what do we say, the gusto?
The gusto?
The gusto.
All right.
Let's just get silly here.
A lot easier to get silly in the shade.
You got that right.
Shoot.
All right, we got these buckhorns dialed up, about as far as they'll go. All right, we're going 300.
Oh, you're not going to do 250? You just
No,
want to skip
we're
right
going
over?
straight for it.
All right, go ahead. There you go. High right. Up there at the top of the plate rack there. About the same place, kind of high right. Ah, you got it. Favoring on the right side. Those bullets are destabilizing like mad at that range. They're corkscrewing by the time they get down there. Yeah, you're favoring kind of low right now. High right. There you go. That is a trip.
It puts them in there. I'll tell you what, we're going to let the gun cool down, and we might swap up the ammo a little bit, have a go a little bit more here. All right, guys, I understand that shooting 300 yards is probably a little bit on the silly side, but that's so much fun watching those bullets kind of corkscrew in there a bit. They are destabilizing a bit, but this is a long way, and it's a relatively light pill for a 357 Magnum. And if you guys really want to see terminal ballistics and kind of crazy things at long range with 357 Magnum, we might be able to accommodate that. Let me know in the comment section below if that's something you guys want to see. Maybe we'll try a variety of different crazy ammo and try to hit some gel blocks at long range or whatever you guys want. Just tell me. So we're going to take a few shots. I did lower that buckhorn down just a little bit, and we let the gun cool down. Chad's going to spot, and we're just going to try to pump a few in there.
Mm-hmm. You just going to bullseye it?
Yeah.
All right, send them in. What? What in the world?
Where'd it go?
Over the berm.
No.
Did you go the wrong way? All right, that first shot went over the berm. That second shot was about 2 feet low. Weird. Just left.
That wind isn't blowing now.
No, it's good. You got it. Favoring on the left side this time. There you go. Dead center, look at that. Just low and right. That was low left.
It gets down there, doesn't it?
It does. Oh, denied.
Denial. All right, yeah, one more tube, guys. I know this is silly, but you know, why not?
I think I'm having as much fun watching them fall in there as you are shooting.
I know, I kind of wish I could see, but you know, we got the other camera angle kind of catching some of the crazy stuff going on down there. We try to show as much of this process as we can. Sometimes it can be difficult. We do some of the videos where we shoot like 600 yards from the other location, and it's just nuts, like going down, starting and stopping cameras and some of the logistics involved, but it's fun. All right. One more tube, and then we're going to let you guys get back to your day here.
That one hit low right, down
Boy,
about an 8-inch popper.
You see it?
Oh yeah, just low, down the dirt. Low down the dirt, same place.
Huh.
Bring your point of aim up just a touch. There you go. Just low again.
Huh.
That was high right. They're getting a little crazy down there.
Yeah, they are.
You got it. Huh, tink.
It's like Marvin the Martian.
Well, hey, just say you're aiming for the 8-inch popper because that's what you just hit.
Guys, I hope you see the humor in trying some of these long-range shots. I'm convinced that maybe with a heavier pill and playing around with some hand loads might be able to get some better accuracy at long range. Not really what this gun's designed to do, but you know, we just have to kind of take it a little bit on the extreme side and have a little fun. You know, we do have some long ranges available, so why not take some of these pistol calibers and revolver calibers out to some longer ranges. We hope you guys enjoyed today's video. We always have fun making these videos. Hot or not, no matter what the weather is, we get out here and have fun with them. This is a beautiful gun. I love it. I love all of Henry's guns. They do a great job with these things. They are all American made, which is awesome. Very classic, modern classic rifle, I guess you could say. It's definitely one of those guns that, you know, 100 years from now, they're still going to be ticking around. They're still going to be out there. They're still going to be working. And it's crazy to think, a century from now, you know, maybe somebody will be watching this video 100 years from now and referring to when these things are new. I don't know. Very strange to think about. But guys, thank you very much for watching today's video. We really appreciate the support. We got a lot of random things going on. More gun reviews, more gun gripes, more meltdowns, more 5 guns. We have so many things and pokers in the fire and things that we're doing when it comes to video content. So thank you for supporting that. We really appreciate it. We'll catch you next time.